Darcy spends a significant portion of Pride and Prejudice being appalled by the Bennet family. Mrs. Bennet is embarrassing, the younger sisters are wild, the whole family, in his opinion, is a liability. But here's what nobody talks about. While Darcy is busy being horrified by the Bennets, he's living in the same house as Caroline Bingley, eating dinner with her, having conversations with her, tolerating her presence every single day. And Caroline Bingley is manipulative, spiteful, and condescending to almost everyone she meets.
I understood that certain ladies found the society of Mr. Wickham curiously agreeable.
So what exactly is Darcy's problem with the Bennets? Let's be precise about what actually bothers Darcy. It's not that the Bennets are poor. He knows families with less money. It's not even entirely about class, though that's part of it. What bothers Darcy is behavior. Mrs. Bennet schemes loudly and publicly. Lydia and Kitty flirt without restraint. The whole family displays its anxieties and ambitions in front of everyone with no filter.
We fully expect a most advantageous marriage. But my Jane married her man must throw her sisters in the way of other people.
From Darcy's perspective, this is dangerous. In Regency England, a family's reputation was a shared asset. One undignified scene at a public ball could damage every unmarried daughter's prospects.
Be assured, ladies, that Mrs. Collins and myself sincerely sympathize with you in your present distress, which must be of the bitterest kind, proceeding from a cause which no time can remove. The death of your sister would have been a blessing in comparison.
Darcy sees the Bennets as a social liability, a family whose behavior could destroy anyone connected to them. That's his logic, and within his world, it has a certain cold coherence. Now let's talk about Caroline Bingley. Caroline Bingley is not a good person. She is openly contemptuous of Elizabeth. She mocks the Bennet family behind their backs and sometimes to their faces. She manipulates situations to keep Darcy's attention on herself.
Oh, Mr. Darcy, come and advise me, for Mr. Hurst carries all before him. Oh!
She's condescending to anyone she considers beneath her, which is most people. And Darcy knows this. He's not fooled by Caroline. He sees exactly who she is, and in many scenes, he signals it. He leaves her barbs unanswered. He responds to her attempts at wit with silence or a cold correction. He doesn't admire her, but he tolerates her. Day after day, meal after meal, conversation after conversation.
And what do you do so secretly, sir?
There's no secret. I'm writing to my sister.
Why? Because Caroline Bingley does everything correctly. She dresses appropriately, she speaks with the right vocabulary, she follows every rule of Regency's social conduct with precision. Her cruelty is performed in the correct register, quiet, cutting, and never loud enough to cause a scene. For Darcy, in the first half of the novel, form is everything, and Caroline has perfect form.
I heard Eliza Bennet described as a famous local beauty. What do you say to that, Mr. Darcy?
I should as soon call her mother a wit.
Mr. Darcy, that's too cruel.
And here's where it becomes a double standard, but one with a specific logic. Darcy's problem with the Bennets isn't just that they violate his social standards, it's that he's about to marry into them. An evening with Caroline is manageable. A lifetime connected to Mrs. Bennet's public scheming and Lydia's recklessness is something else entirely.
Oh, and tell Lizzie I wish to be moved to the drawing room.
Do you think you'll be happier convalescing in here, Mamma?
Well, you might remember to visit me if I'm here. And these pillows will not do.
I'll send for some others.
Book.
Or perhaps Mary can choose one for you.
I was hoping for something readable.
Not joining us, Mr. Darcy.
He says as much in his letter to Elizabeth. His objection isn't purely their poverty, it's the lack of dignity in how they move through the world. And yet, Mrs. Bennet's crime is being obvious about things everyone is already doing. She wants her daughters married. So do every mother in that room. She's just not quiet about it. Her anxiety is visible. Her scheming is audible. She breaks the unspoken rule that says you must pretend you're not doing the thing you're doing. Caroline Bingley does the exact same thing, pursues Darcy relentlessly, manipulates situations to her advantage, schemes to eliminate competition, but she does it with composure and the right accent. Darcy rejects one and tolerates the other, not because one is a better person, but because one performs the rules correctly and one doesn't.
Well, did you ever meet such a proud, disagreeable man?
Ma, he will hear you.
I don't care if he does.
Here's what makes this more than just hypocrisy. Darcy genuinely believes he's being honest. In his first proposal, he thinks confessing his struggle against marrying Elizabeth because of her family is a form of sacrifice and transparency.
My feelings will not be repressed. You must allow me to tell you how ardently I admire and love you. Going expressly against the wishes of my family, my friends, and I hardly need add my own better judgment. The relative situation of our families is such that any alliance between us must be regarded as a highly reprehensible connection.
He's telling her the truth as he sees it. He's giving her his full self. He's confused etiquette with morality. He mistakes Caroline's composure for character and Mrs. Bennet's chaos for a fundamental deficiency. He'd rather sit across from someone bad-hearted but well-mannered than someone good-hearted but indiscreet. And he's wrong about both of them. Caroline is worse than she performs. The Bennets are better than they present.
Very elegant. Better pleased with themselves than what they see, I think.
That's the flaw at the center of Darcy's character in the first half of the novel, and it takes Elizabeth, direct, unapologetic, refusing to perform anything to break it. Elizabeth is the one who breaks it. In her rejection of his proposal, she says something Darcy has never heard directed at him. You have been the means of ruining, perhaps forever, the happiness of a most beloved sister. I have every reason in the world to think ill of you.
Do you think that anything might tempt me to accept a man who has ruined, perhaps forever, the happiness of a most beloved sister?
Not quietly, not in the correct register, with full force, in his face, without apology. This is the Bennet family's problem turned directly onto Darcy himself. The same refusal to perform composure when something actually matters. The same willingness to say the true thing at full volume. And it's the first time in the novel that Darcy has no answer, because Elizabeth isn't wrong, and somewhere he knows it. Darcy tolerated Caroline Bingley for months. He rejected the Bennets almost immediately. The difference had nothing to do with character and everything to do with performance. Caroline performed the rules, the Bennets didn't, and Darcy, for most of the novel, couldn't see past the performance to ask the more important question: which one of them was actually worth tolerating? Tell me in the comments, do you think Darcy ever fully recognized his double standard, or did he just fall in love with Elizabeth and quietly stop thinking about it? I'm Sana, this is Monica's Pie. The story's never just the story.